David, what key changes to UCITS and AIFMD do Treasury and finance professionals need to be aware of?
So this one's probably more applicable to financial institutions and finance professionals who are typically looking after a UCITS fund or AIF fund today. Will have to adhere to both of the directives, and both of the directives necessitate that the funds have easily convertible assets within them to cover any capital loss within the investments held in those collective schemes. So if you were to go out today and if you were to place your money, and as Warren Buffett says, you should place it in an index fund or a collective fund, right? So when you do that, a part of that fund has to have liquidity within it. Now the problem is within a fund manager is that they've got an order management system. So the order management system instructs trades through to a custodian by a broker, and then you've got the custody record. So you've got the order management record, which is created by the actual fund manager, and then you've got the record at custody. There isn't anywhere in between. So you've got the order management data, which isn't necessarily the data that comes from the bank, and then the custody record is usually delayed. So when this happens, you have a mismatch at times because one settles before the other. So the liquidity that the fund manager has to be completely aware of isn't necessarily up to date, and there are issues if you don't keep within that range, and the fund doesn't become compliant after a certain point. So this basically means that treasurers or oversight managers within those fund manager departments will have to have sight of the liquidity within each one of those funds to ensure that they have convertible assets to hand, which includes cash, and which includes money markets, and which includes easily convertible instruments which you can take to cash without a loss or without the loss of capital. So preservation of the initial capital is going to be important within that pool. So treasurers or oversight managers within those areas will have to keep a close eye on the liquidity availability within those funds.